Hello everyone, welcome to one of the establishment that was designed and constructed by Kruger Aquaponics. The system is based in Ekenhoek in Mpumalanga here in South Africa. So before I even start the farm tour, there are two critical parts I'd like to talk about, which is power and water. And the reason why I want to emphasize on those two critical parts is because they promote the environmental stewardship. So without any waste of time, let's get started. The first critical point is power. This system is off the grid, meaning it uses renewable source of power, which is solar energy. This is critical in reducing the greenhouse gases and, most importantly, reducing the energy bills. There is ample access of solar energy, especially here in Mpumalanga. The name itself is self-explanatory, which can be translated in English as east, or the place where the sun rises. And of course, you can never have any shortages in a place like that. Let's talk about the solar system component. It consists of 18 panels, which are 450 watts and produces 8 kilowatts of power maximum to run this entire system. And we also have the batteries to support this system. Water is the second point. The source of water to run this system is rainwater harvesting, which is mostly free from harmful chemicals. It reduces the water bill, promotes water and energy conservation. The motivation to construct this system was mainly due to water shortages in the area. Because aquaponics utilizes 95% less water compared to conventional agriculture, and definitely this is the way to go. Also, aquaponics farming requires less than 10% water top-up on a weekly basis. As you can see on the image provided, we have 4 JoJo tanks that captures all the water. All the tanks have valves to transfer water to the sump, which is the lowest part of the system. In this way, we maximize the use of gravity. The farm consists of 2 converted containers, of which both are divided into 2. The first one is divided and converted into storage and office space. The second one is also divided and converted into pack house and cold room. Please note, this area is still under construction. The pack house is for all the fresh produce, which are our fish and crops. The second section is our cold room, which is for storing packed produce after harvesting. The critical part of having your packed house closer to your farm is to prevent breaking the cold chain. Backup. In case the batteries are not charged, the farm backup is the generator, which is critical, and every farm needs to have a backup. Environmental design consideration is important when it comes to choosing the tunnel. This farm has a greenhouse and shade net, which assist in managing extreme temperatures and pest control, and also extend growing seasons. The tunnel height is 4 meters high, as the height plays a critical role for the ambient temperature and ability to trellis your plant, as seen on the image above. The length of the tunnel affects the natural flow of air, and we recommend 30 to 36 meters, and anything longer, please install some fans. When it comes to the width of the structure, anything over 13 meters creates a dead spot, therefore have fans. Roll-up slides or sleeves help to increase airflow, manages temperature and humidity. And for those of you who are intending to go for multi-span tunnel to maximize your space to grow your plant, ensure you use fans to assist with air circulation. Welcome inside the tunnel. This area is created to put your personal protective equipment, your overall and boots before entering the farm. Hygiene and biosecurity on the farm is one of the most important criteria to keep both the plant and fish healthy throughout the production cycle. As the slogan always says, prevention is better than cure. Please note, this is applicable for farm workers and visitors. This area here is called the Seedling Bay. This is where all the planting and transplanting takes place. The medium that we use is 50% cocoa peat and 50% vermiculite. When preparing, remember the critical factors such as moisture, etc., just to name the few. Just in case you have forgotten about that, please go back to your e-learning platform. Ensure you have a container to do your mix. You can use an old bathtub. We are using a fiberglass. The seedling trays that we use are made out of polystyrene and come in different number of cavity. Seedling roller is recommended for commercial purposes as it provides equal depth required for seed to germinate. I'm going to demonstrate for you how to plant. Firstly, you're going to put your medium inside the tray and evenly distribute it. Use a seedling roller to create similar depth. Start putting your seeds per hole. Of course, this is just a demonstration. I'm not going to put my seeds. Then you're going to cover the tray with more medium and gently mist with water. Then cover the tray after planting with plastic and do not open until they start germinating. And please, please, please guys, note this is highly dependent on the crop type. For instance, lettuce will take about 2 days to germinate, but basil will take about 5 days to germinate. Spinach will take about 7 days to germinate, and this is how the germinated seed looks like. Over here, we have 3 tanks that are 15,000 liters, and each tank is connected to a pre-filter, also known as a settlement tank. Because this is an aquaponics system, the water returning back to the fish tank is recycled and good for the fish. It is returned using the water pump, and this is the only time we are utilizing power. This being a controlled environment, the aeration for the fish is being provided using the air pump as shown by the bubbles inside the fish tank. Another important component is the solid lift outlets that is L-shaped with slit cuts to allow fish waste to be extracted out of the fish tank straight into the pre-filter, where the fish waste will be captured inside the inner liner of the pre-filter and tapped off by opening the valve to the mineralization tank. Isn't that awesome? All of this is happening by maximizing gravity. An extra filtration is present in the form of a vortex filter, also known as a soil filter. It's conical in shape and allows the sediments to settle at the bottom. It consists of metalla layers that varies in densities from extra high density to low density. We also have 3 small tanks that are 5,000 liters in the aquaculture section, dedicated to fingerlings and as a receiving tank for quarantine purposes. The tank volume for this system is 60 cubic meters. Therefore, the number of fish this system can accommodate is 3,000 fish to be fully operational. At the end of the aquaculture section, we have our dosing tanks. Welcome to the hydroponics section. Over here we have a wicking bed, which is usually 50 centimeters deep, divided into 2 or 3 layers, with the first layer being the gravel, then the second layer being compost divided by a geotextile. And then the wicking bed, you can have a variety of crops in here, your rooting plants. Over here we have some bulb onion, some spinach that we grow for the community. This is a flood and drain system. Because water is a scarce resource, we made some improvement to cover the water inlet to minimize water evaporation and formation of algae. The grow bed is controlled by the auto bell siphon that floods and drain. Fruiting crops are mostly preferred in this system, such as peppers, tomatoes, and cucumber, as it offers a great anchor. When you choose this system, here's what to remember. Number 1, each grow bed should have its own inlet. Number 2, your grow bed should not be greater than 1 square meter. Number 3, choose 19 millimeter gravel stone. And lastly, that is number 4, wash the stone to prevent drastic increase of pH. Regarding the plants that grows here, trellising and pruning is critical for improving air circulation around the plant. We also have the deep water culture, also known as the DWC. The plants the team currently have are freely and cost lettuce, basil, and they're running a trial on barley. The system is 30 centimeters deep. Air is provided to the plants by the air pump and distributed by the aeration tubes. The plants are supported by the isopods and the net pods. Lastly, the farm has the nutrient filling technique, short for NFT system, also known as towers, whereby water is continuously flowing from the top, providing the plants with oxygen and water. If we had plants in the system, they will be continuously be exposed to nutrient-rich solution. We utilize the net pots to support the plants. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed the tour here at Eat Fresh Aquaponics Farm. Bye for now.